Hare Krishna, welcome everyone to our Srimad Bhagavatam overview class. We'll begin with our prayers. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, welcome everyone to our Srimad Bhagavatam overview class. We are discussing on the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, and last time we discussed how Krishna he released Nanda Maharaj from the coils of a deadly python, which was in fact a Gandharva who was cursed to become a python. And then how Krishna, when he would go to forest, all the gopis whole day they would be in separation from Krishna, and they would keep remembering various pastimes of Krishna, and they would keep discussing about those pastimes, all the leelas which Krishna performed in Vrindavan. In that way, they would be absorbed. So that's what we discussed. So Shukdev Goswami ends this chapter by describing Evam Rajastriyo Rajan Krishna Leela Nugayati Remre Hasu Tachitta Tadmanaska Mahodaya. So all the gopis in Vrindavan, all the Brajavasis ladies in Vrindavan, their minds were so very absorbed in Krishna because they were Krishna Leelanugayati. They were absorbed in speaking about Krishna's wonderful pastimes. Whole day they would be just singing the pastimes of Krishna. And in this way, their mind was always full of festivity. That is the beauty of Krishna Katha. When we hear about Krishna, when we relish the pastimes of Krishna, absorb ourselves in Krishna Katha, our mind becomes completely ecstatic. As it is described when Krishna would enter Dwarka from Hastinapur, Rajmarge gate Krishne Dwarkayam kulastriyah harmyani aruru hurvipra tadikshana mahotsavah. So all the ladies of Dwarka, they would go up on the rooftops and just to have darshan of Krishna. It was a festival for the eyes. That is the eternal festival. Tadeva ramyam ruchiram navam navam तदेव सश्वन्मनसो महोत्सवम् तदेव शोकार्णवशोषणं नृणां यदुत्तमश्लोकयशोऽनुगीयते. When we sing the glories of Krishna, Yashonugiyate, that is the Manaso Mahotsav, that is a festival for the mind. So all the gopis, they were constantly absorbed in Krishna Katha. So now after this, in the 36th chapter, which is entitled the Arishta, the slaying of Arishta, the bull demon. So Shukdev Goswami, he continues the story. He says, one time, demon Aristashur, he came, and he came in the form of a huge bull. He had a very large hump, and he was bellowing very harshly. He was with his paws, he was tearing apart the earth. And just seeing this very huge bull, all the Brajvasis, they were completely bewildered. With his tip of the thorns, he tore apart all the embankments. He destroyed all the various structures which was there in Vrindavan. He was passing stool and urine here and there. In this way, he was creating complete havoc in Vrindavan. Because he was such a huge bull, his hump was also like a mountain. And the cowherd ladies and men, when they saw this huge bull, they were completely struck with fear. It is said that the clouds, they mistook the hump to be a mountain and they were hovering around it. That is a way of describing how the hump was so very huge. And Jiva Goswami describes in great detail the features of this demon. He had a complexion of cloud, blackish complexion, sharp horns, blazing eyes like the sun, and he was constantly licking his lips. And in this way, as he was charging, running here and there, his tail, he was twirling his tail in pride. And that's how he was creating havoc and fear in the hearts of everyone. And as he was roaming around, moving around, running, he was creating such harsh sound of bellowing. All the domestic animals, they started running here and there. All the Brajvasis, they started running out of fear, calling Krishna, Krishna, please protect us. Because whenever there is some danger in Vrindavan, everybody would by default go and take shelter of Krishna. Bhagavan api tad viksha tad kulam gokulam bhaya vidrutam ma bhayishti girashrasya vrishasuram upahvayat. So when Krishna, he saw that all his Brajvasis, they were fearful, he said, Ma bhayishti, ma bhayishta, do not fear. Please come here. Calm down. Do not fear. Because Krishna does not like his uh, devotees to be suffering. In the in the Govardhan Leela also we heard that when Indra started showering rains, torrents of rains, that time also all the Brajvasis, they went and pleased and approached Krishna. Oh Krishna, please save us. That time also Krishna, he remembered, oh, Tasman Masharanam Goshtam Mannatham Mat Parigraham Gopaye Swatma Yogena Soyam Me Vratahitah. So he says, he's thinking, Krishna is thinking, oh, these Brajvasis, they are my family members, Mad Goshtam. They have considered me as their master, Mannatham. They are my family members. They are all Brajvasis. Gopai, Swatma Yogin, I will protect them by my own mystic power. Why? Because I have taken a vow to protect my devotees. Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhaktah pranashyati. So therefore, Krishna, thinking like this, he assured all the Brajvasis, please don't fear. And then he came in front of this demon and said, oh fool, what are you doing here? When I am here just to punish the corrupt people like you, miscreants like you, how can you come here in Vrindavan, my Vrindavan? You are creating havoc in Vrindavan? And saying like this, Krishna slapped his arms with his palms and prepared to kill this demon. And when Krishna slapped his arms, it created such huge, loud sound. That sound angered Aristasur even more. And on top of that, just to make him more angry, as demon this Aristasur was standing, Krishna just stood very casually, putting his arm over the shoulder of his friend, and just like making a fun of this demon. So it was a disrespect. So actually, Jiva Goswami says that Krishna was putting his hand on the shoulder of Sudama, Sridama, and he was completely disrespecting this demon. And when this demon Arishtasur, he saw that this small Krishna is making fun of me, he started charging towards Krishna. He powered the ground and, you know, charged towards Krishna. As he was running towards Krishna, the earth was splitting apart. And with his horns pointing towards Krishna, the tip of the horns, he was charging. He wanted to kill Krishna. Very, with the speed of thunderbolt, he rushed towards Krishna. But very easily, Krishna seized this demon by catching hold of the thorns, and he threw him back 18 feet, 18 bow length. And this demon, he went flying and he fell down. Again, he got up. He became more angry, breathing very fast. Again, got up and charged. He was completely sweating. This time, he charged even with a greater speed, with the speed of the mind. He charged towards Krishna. This time, Arishtasur, he came, and with his front 2 feet, he attacked Krishna. But Krishna, he caught hold of those feet, and just like a person thrashes the cloth, wet cloth. So Krishna started thrashing this demon on the ground. And in this way, he just made this demon completely unconscious. And then Krishna, he pulled out one of the thorns of this demon and started kicking, beating that bull with this thorn. And in this way, this Arishtasur vomiting blood, passing stool, urine, and he died. He left his body. And Shukdev Goswami says he went to the abode of Yamraj. Somebody may think, how is this possible? Anybody who is killed by Krishna, he gets liberation. Then how is Shukdev Goswami saying he went to the abode of Yamaraj? Actually, Shukdev Goswami is in anger. So Jiva Goswami says he is in anger. That how could this demon create such havoc in Vrindavan? He was in anger. And that's why he said that the demon was sent to the abode of Yama. However, actually he attained Sayujya Mukti. As it is described in the second canto, when the list of incarnations is described, there, Krishna's pastimes are described in that, Sut Goswami, he says that Krishna delivered this Arishtasur. So, after this demon was killed, all the gopis, they were so very happy. There was a festival for the gopis' eyes. Interestingly, such a spiritual contrast. On one side, fierce fighting with the demon going on, and Krishna is able to please the gopis in the conjugal love. That is how Krishna is. He is the abode of sublime qualities. All the spiritual qualities, they can appear in Krishna simultaneously. That's why he is Akhila Rasamrit Murti. Yasyananam Makara Kundala Charu Karna Bhrajat Kapola Subhaga Savilas Hasam Nityotsavam Nattatripur Drishabhi Pibantyo Naryo Narasya Mudita Kupita Nimescha. Just by looking at the beauty of Krishna, Yasyananam Makara Kundal, Krishna wears shark shaped earrings, Charu Karna, beautiful ears, and he has curls of hairs on his forehead. And to see this form of Krishna is an eternal festival for the eyes. So gopis, they were so very happy, ecstatic, looking at the beautiful form of Krishna. And it is described that the gopis, for them, Krishna is like more soft than a lotus flower. But for Arishtasur, he was like a thunderbolt. That is Krishna. Vajradapi kathor, kusumadapi komal. Ye yatha mam prapadyante. Krishna reciprocates according to the desires of a person. If somebody approaches Krishna out of love, he becomes very soft. And if somebody approaches him out of hatred, he becomes very, very hard. And therefore, Krishna, he just reciprocates according to the love of the devotees. So this is a very, very important pastime, because after this pastime, the appearance of Radha Kund and Shyam Kund took place in Vrindavan. So there is a huge, wonderful, sweet story which is described by acharyas. So after Arishtasur was killed, you know, the gopis headed by Srimati Radharani, they came and they started accusing Krishna. Oh, you are sinful killer of a bull. Because Krishna came to meet Radharani, she said, don't touch me. You are a killer of bull. Krishna said, Arey, he was a demon. He was not a bull, he was a demon. No, no, but he was from a bull family. So how could you kill a demon? Vritrasur was a Brahmana. Although he was in a body of a demon, but still he was a Brahmana. So this Arishtasur, although he was in the body of a demon, but still he was a bull. So you have to do some penance, some atonement. Okay, so Krishna says, what should I do? What is the penance atonement for my act? Srimati Radharani says, you have to go and take bath in the holy rivers of all the three worlds. Then only you can atone. Krishna says, Arey, how will I go around the three worlds? Krishna says, I will call all the holy rivers here only. And saying this, Krishna stamped on the earth and it created a big hole. With his heel, he just struck the earth, it created a big hole. And he said, come here. All the personified holy places, holy rivers, they appeared in front of Krishna with folded hands. And Krishna, he told the gopis, just see, behold, all these holy rivers have come in a personified form. And the presiding deities of these rivers, they one by one came and offered their respects, and they revealed their identity. So the one lady said, I am salt ocean. Other said, I am milk ocean. I am Saraswati. I am Tamraparni. I am Pushkar. I am Ganga. I am Saraswati. I am Yamuna. All the rivers from all over the universe came. And Krishna said, just see, he told all the gopis, just see, all these rivers, they are personally coming and offering respects. So then, all these rivers, they filled this hole which was created by Krishna's feet. And Krishna took bath in that. And then he said, now I am free of all the sins. Now we can enjoy. So Radharani said, no, 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 no. Then she got an idea. Okay. And then she said, then Krishna said, actually, because now you all have sided with the demon, you have become sinful. You should also take bath in the holy rivers. But you don't have to go anywhere. This my kund is there. You come and take bath in this kund. Radharani said, no, we will make our own kund. And this Arishtasur, with his feet, he had created big, big holes. So one of the nearby holes, Srimati Radharani, she went along with the gopis and they started to remove the dirt. And they were thinking, we will get thousands of buckets of water from Mansi Ganga and we will fill this hole. But they were, with their attempt, they became so very tired. They could not go ahead. So Krishna, he indicated all the rivers. So all the predominating rivers, they again appeared and they went in front of Srimati Radharani and said, oh Srimati Radharani, you are the goddess of, supreme goddess of fortune, you are the internal potency of Krishna. Those who do not know scriptures, they do not know your glories. Brahma do not, even somebody who knows the scriptures, they also don't know your glories. Even Brahmaji doesn't know, even Lord Shiva, not Lakshmi, nobody knows your glories. You are the supreme goddess. Please allow us to serve you. And then saying this, Srimati Radharani, she agreed. And that all the rivers, they filled the small hole which was made by the gopis headed by Srimati Radharani. And then Krishna, when he saw this kund which was created, he became so very happy. He said, from now onwards, this kund will be very, very dear to me. And this will be known as Radha Kund. And my kund will be known as Shyam Kund. So in this way, Krishna said, anybody who will take bath in this kund will become dear to me. Srimati Radharani said, every morning I will come with my gopis to take bath here. Anybody who takes bath in this river, who worships this kund, he will be very, very dear to me. So, Nectar of Instruction also, Rupa Goswami describes the highest position of Radha Kund. Among all the holy places, Mathura is the supreme. In Mathura, Vrindavan is the supreme. In Vrindavan, Govardhan is the best. In Govardhan, Radha Kund is the supreme. Yatha Radha Priya Vishno Tasya Kundam Priyam Yatha Sarva Vedeshu Seveka Vishnor Atyanta Vallabha. Just like Srimati Radharani is dear to Krishna, the kund of Srimati Radharani is also very, very dear to Krishna. So in this way, Srila Prabhupada, when he brought all the devotees first time to Vrindavan and Govardhan, so in their, in their previous ways, all the devotees, they jumped in Radha Kund and they started playing frivolous sports there. Prabhupada became angry, and he said, Radha Kund is worshipable for all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. We should be very, very respectful. We should not be frivolous here. We should worship this Radha Kund. And that's how he forbade all the devotees not to do anything frivolous in the waters of Radha Kund. So Radha Kund is most glorious, the supreme most of all the holy places. So after describing this Arishtasur killing, Vad, now Shukdev Goswami goes to another story. So after this, Narad Muni went to meet Kamsa to reveal a secret. And Narad Muni, he was a very, very powerful sage who had a godly vision. He could see past, present, and future. He understood what is going to come now. So Narada, he went to Kamsa and said, "O Kamsa, Yashoda's child was not uh, was actually a daughter, and Devaki gave birth to Krishna. Oh, then how did Krishna went to Vrindavan? Vasudev took Krishna to Vrindavan. And also Balram, he is a son of Rohini." As soon as Kamsa he heard this, he became furious. He lost his control. He picked up a sword and he was about to kill Vasudev. Narad Muni calmed him. He said, "Oh Kamsa, please do not do this. Because Vasudev is not the cause of your death. And if you kill Vasudev, you know what will happen? The news will reach Vrindavan. And Nanda Maharaj will become aware. And he will hide along with Krishna and Balram. You will not be able to kill him. So therefore, please do not kill him. Arrest Vasudev and Devaki, and don't let them know that you have known the truth." Somebody may say, "Oh, why, Krishna is, why Narad Muni is doing all this? Why Narad Muni is putting Vasudeva and Devaki into troubles?" Actually, Narad Muni is not putting them into trouble, because later Vasudeva and Devaki, they thank Narad Muni, because Narad Muni, he, made all these events fast. So therefore, Krishna came very soon, and he met Krishna, Devaki and Vasudeva. So therefore, actually, Narad Muni, he was well-wisher of Devaki and Vasudeva. So after saying all this, Narad Muni left, and then Kamsa, he thought maybe give a last try. He called Keshi and he told, you go and kill Krishna and Balram. He did not do it in front of Narad Muni because Narad Muni told that now you call Krishna and Balram on the pretext of some wrestling match and you kill them. So Kamsa thought, if I'll disobey the orders of Narad Muni, then it is not good. So therefore he sent Keshi to kill Krishna and Balram after Narad Muni left. Then after that, Kamsa, he called Chanur, Mushtek, Shal, Toshal, and all the other powerful ministers. And he called that elephant keeper, he addressed them. Oh my dear heroes, Chanur and Mushtek, you should know that Krishna and Balram, they are supposed to kill me. They are ordained to be the killers of mine. And therefore, you should kill them. I am trying to bring them to Mathura and you kill Krishna and Balram. And then he told the elephant keepers that before Charur and Mustik, you should try to just crush Krishna and Balram with your elephants. Put that elephant Kuvalayapid and he should kill Krishna and Balram. In this way, he planned everything nicely. He said, erect a wrestling ring and announce a great festival so that no resident of Mathura gets a doubt. And call Krishna and Balram along with Nanda Maharaj and all the cowherds so that they also don't get a suspicion. You arrange for a huge sacrifice of bow and call them to offer their tributes in the sacrifice. In this way, Kamsa, he was planning, how to kill Krishna and Balram. And then he said, so commence a sacrifice for a 14th day sacrifice, and in this way you do so many wonderful arrangements that nobody should get a doubt that what is going to happen to Krishna and Balram. And then after saying all this, Kamsa, he called for Akrura because Akrura was still with Kamsa serving him. And we have discussed earlier also that why Akrura did not leave Kamsa. Akrura was a great devotee of Krishna. Still, he did not leave Kamsa. He was still doing his service. Because Akrura had faith that in due course of time, Krishna is going to kill Kamsa. He was waiting to have darshan of Krishna. And therefore, when Kamsa now called Akrura and he told the entire plan, he said, "Oh Akrura, O most charitable one, please do me a friendly favor. You have always helped me to fulfill all my plans. There is nobody as kind as you. So please help me. You have carried all your duties so nicely. And just like Indra carries the orders of Lord Vishnu, you have carried my orders. In fact, actually, there is a hidden, motive in that statement. When Kamsa, he called Akrura, Akrura said, "Oh, for what purpose you are calling me? Why are you taking shelter of me?" Kamsa said, "I am taking your shelter because there is a very, very important task." What is that? You are capable of doing everything yourself. Why are you calling me? Kamsa said, "That's okay. That's true. But even I need help. Just like Indra, although he is capable, still he takes shelter of Vishnu. So what he is doing, Kamsa is putting Indra on a higher level than Vishnu. Because Kamsa hates Vishnu. So therefore he's saying, Indra has to take shelter of Vishnu to fulfill his desires. So although I'm capable, but still, I have to take your help. So therefore, what you should do? please go to the village of Nanda. And on the pretext of calling of on the pretext of wrestling match, you should call the sons of Vasudev. You should know Krishna and Balram, they are sons of Anakadundubi, and they are staying in Vrindavan in disguise. Please go and tell them that you tell Nanda that your sons, they are so very powerful. Their stories and the wonderful pastimes of killing so many demons are spread all over the world. We want to see their valor. So in the pretext of doing a wrestling match, please call Krishna and Balram. And then he said, I have made a brand new chariot. You please take this chariot and go. So Kamsa was thinking that if I'll tell Akrura that I have a brand new chariot, Akrura may become interested in driving a new chariot and he'll go. But Akrura, why he agreed? Because Chakravarti Thakur writes, Akrura is thinking, oh, it is better that Kamsa is giving a brand new chariot. Because you should not offer anything, you know, stale to Krishna, that which is already used by somebody else. So therefore, it is good that Kamsa is giving me a brand new chariot, not a chariot which is used by him. So thinking like this, Akrura, he agreed. And Kamsa said, this Krishna and Balram, demigods, they have sent them for my death. So you bring Krishna and Balram and they will be killed by elephant Kuvalayapida. And by chance, if they are saved, then Chanur and Mustik, they will fight and they will kill him. After I kill Krishna and Balram, I'll kill Vasudev. I'll kill all the relatives. Then I'll kill Vrishnis, Bhojas, and Yadus. Then I'll kill Ugrasena. I'll kill Devaka, his brother. In this way, I'll become the conqueror of the entire world. What about Jarasandh? Oh, Jarasandh is my friend. He is my relative. With the help of Jarasandh, Dviveda, Sambar, Narakasur, Banasur, I will destroy the remaining of the opponents. In this way, I will rule the earth. That was the plan. So when Akrura, he heard this, he agreed. But before that, he gave advice to Kamsa. Rajan manishitam sadrak tavasvavadya marjanam siddha siddhayo samam kurya devam hi falasadhanam. He said, O king, you have very expertly devised a process to free yourself of misfortune. But you should know that in this world, one has to suffer siddha and asiddhi. Success and failure will come to everyone, whoever you may be. Success and failure will come because it is destiny that produces the results. So therefore, people in this world, they act according to their desires. Manorathena sati. They are acting to fulfill their own desires, but the fate, the destiny prevents the fulfillment of those desires. So therefore, although you have done such wonderful arrangements to kill, your plan is amazing, but you should know that everything ultimately depends on destiny. Therefore, I will execute your order. Any case, in any case, I will execute your order. Actually, Akrura was thinking, anyways, he is going to die, because it is destined. Krishna and Balram will come and they'll kill him. And I will get a chance to have darshan of Lord Krishna. That will be described in great detail in the next to next chapter, in the 37th chapter, in the 38th chapter. So then Shukadeva Goswami says, after being instructed by Krishna, by Kamsa, Akrura, he left. He returned home. So this is the end of the 36th chapter. 37th chapter is entitled The Killing of Demons Keshi and Vyoma. So now, after Narad Muni left, Kamsa called Keshi and told, instructed, gave order that you go and kill Krishna and Balram. So Keshi demon in the form of a huge horse, he came, entered Vrindavan. He came running at Braja at the speed of the mind. He was very, very fierce looking. He was neighing at a very loud noise. Loud, it was creating such a thunder. The hairs of his mane were scattering the clouds. His tail was in the sky, just all scattering the clouds here and there. And in this way he was running. And all the ladies, all the Brajvasis, when they saw this demon Keshi, they were terrified. Krishna, when he heard all these things happening, he came in front of this demon. And when Krishna appeared in front, this Keshi, he roared like a lion. And Keshi, he ran and attacked the Lord. In extreme rage, he opened his mouth and he was just charging towards the Lord to just attack him and kill him. With furiously, he was just trying to attack Krishna. And this demon, even Devatas were fearful of Keshi. It's not an ordinary demon. Devatas were fearful. He was unapproachable. He was unconquerable. And he tried to hit Krishna with his front legs. Krishna, he seized front legs, whirled him around and threw him at the great distance. It was unbelievable for Keshi. Somehow he got up, regained consciousness, immediately got up and rushed again towards Krishna. His mouth was wide open. Lord smiled. Krishna smiled. And as he was charging towards, as this Keshi was charging towards Krishna, Krishna thrust his left arm in his mouth. And actually, Krishna was telling, as this demon was charging towards Krishna, Krishna was showing his thumb, left thumb, and he was saying, "Oh, do you want to eat something? Eat this." In saying this, he just thrust his left hand into the mouth of this demon. And Parikshit Maharaj, when he heard this, he is actually in the pastime. This happens many times. It happened in the Putana pastime also, when Putana entered Gokul. Putana Lokabhalagni. It is described, Sakhe Chari Ekadotpatya Putana Balghatini Shishum Chachara Nignanti Puragrama Brajadishu. Krishna, so Shukdev Goswami is saying that Putana entered Gokul. Parikshit Maharaj, when he heard this, he became fearful. So to pacify Parikshit Maharaj, Shukdev Goswami says, Eshava Shreya Adhasya. So he says actually, Nayatra Shravanadini Raksho Ghrani Swakarmasu Kurvanti Satvatam Bhartur Yatu Dhanyascha Tatrahi. Are, wherever the names of Krishna are chanted, all the inauspiciousness is gone. What to speak of when Krishna is personally there? How can there be any inauspiciousness? So in this pastime also, when Krishna is putting hand in the mouth of Keshi, Parikshit Maharaj is disturbed. Why? Arey, Krishna's hand is so very komal, soft. And this demon, he had fierce teeth in his mouth. They should not hurt Krishna's hand. So Shukdev Goswami, just to pacify Parikshit Maharaj, he says, as soon as Krishna's hand touched the teeth of Keshi, all the teeth of Keshi immediately fell out. And for Keshi, the hand of Krishna, he felt like a molten iron, very hot. The same thing happened with Bakasura also. When Bakasur, he, you know, ate Krishna, he just put Krishna in his mouth. Krishna became so very hot, and Krishna was there in the throat of Bakasur. Tam talumulam pradahantam agnivat gopal sunum pitaram jagadguru chachad shadyo atirushaksha shambat bakas tundena hantum punarabhyapadyata. Tam talumulam, at the base of the tongue, pradahantam, Krishna was burning. And when Bakasur, for him it was like a burning coal inside his throat. Immediately he disgorged Krishna and tried to hit Krishna again with his beaks. But in this case, Keshi was completely helpless. When Krishna put his hand inside his mouth and his hand started expanding, first of all, it was hot, and then it started expanding greatly. It was as if, somebody's diseased stomach starts swelling. That's how Shukdev Goswami says the hand of Krishna started expanding. And then, as Krishna expanded his hand, you know, Keshi could not even breathe. It blocked breathing of Keshi. Immediately, his eyes started rolling. He, threw his legs convulsively, started just, crying out. And in this way, he passed stool and fell at the ground dead. In this way, after this, Krishna, he removed his arm, and although he had killed such a powerful demon, even Devatas were fearful of Keshi. But Krishna had no pride. Just without any pride, he just walked off. And he just was there with his gopas, enjoying. No pride. That is how Krishna is. Although he displays such powerful, you know, pastimes, he has no pride. And all the Devatas, they start showering flowers. And then Narad Muni, after this very important incident is going to happen now. So after this, Keshi is killed. Narad Muni comes to meet Krishna in a secluded place. And then he begins to praise Krishna. He says, now your pastimes of Brindavan, you should wind up all those pastimes of Brindavan. Please show some Mathura pastimes. Nand Maharaj has already, got enough of your association. You have given such pleasure to Nand Maharaj. Now please go and give pleasure to Vasudeva also. The devotees of Mathura, they are eagerly waiting. They are such great devotees of you. They are eagerly waiting for you. Please go and show mercy to them also. So with this thought in the mind, Narad Muni went and told, "O Supreme Lord, you are the source of everything. You are the supreme shelter of everything. You are the super soul. You are witness. You are ultimate controller." And then he says, actually, you are the son of Nanda. You are known as the son of Nanda. Now you please go and expand your glories as the son of Vasudeva. Krishna may say, why should I do it? I act according to my desires. Why do you make such a request from me? Narad Muni says, you are super soul within everyone's heart. You are giving me inspiration to speak all this. This is not my word. You are giving me inspiration. And then he says, because you have created myself, you have created my intelligence, you have created my senses, and therefore I am making this request to you. Because you are the creator, you are the maintainer, you are the destroyer of everything. That's why you have created my intelligence also. That's why I'm speaking. Therefore I have come with this request. And you are the same person who appear to protect his devotees and punish the miscreants. Please go and help the Mathura Vasis, the devotees of Mathura region. They are eagerly waiting to get your mercy. Keshi, who was, so very powerful that even devatas were fearful of him, and you have just killed him like a plaything. And he says, you have killed Putna also. But it was not a big thing. But killing of this Keshi, it was really very, very difficult even for the devatas. And therefore, now because you have killed Keshi, you will be known as Keshava. That's how Krishna gets the name Keshav. And then after that, Narad Muni, he summarizes all the future pastimes of Krishna, which he would perform in Dwarka and Mathura. He says, in just 2 days, O my lord, you will kill Chanur and Mustik. Then you will kill Kamsa. You will kill Kuvalayapida. You will kill Kamsa. And then you will kill Kalayavan, Maya, Mura, Narkasur. And then you will kill the conch demon, Panchajanya. And then in due course, I will see you steal the Parijat flower, and how you will humiliate Indra, defeat Indra. And then I'll see you marrying the daughters of the princes. They would be kidnapped by this Bhaumasur. You would save all these princesses. And then you will take that Shamantak jewel along with the daughter of Satrajit. You will deliver King Driga. In this way, he kept on describing such a wonderful pastimes which Krishna is going to perform in the future. You will bring the Brahmana's dead son, your spiritual master's dead son, you will bring from Yamaraj. And then you will kill Paundraka also, you will kill the king of Chedi. In this way, you will spread your glories all over the world. And you will perform the wonderful pastime of being the chariot driver of Arjuna, Parth Sarthi. विशुद्ध विज्ञानघं स्वसंस्थया समाप्त सर्वार्थम अमोघ वांछितम स्वतेजसा नित्य निवृत्त माया गुण प्रवाहम भगवन्तमीहि. This is Vishuddha Vijnanaghan. You are Vishuddha. You are always situated in Swa Samsthaya. You are always situated in your original identity. You are Vishuddha, you are beyond the modes. Vigyan Ghan, you are the reservoir of knowledge. Samapta Sarvartha, your will is never defeated. Whatever you desire always happens. Amogha Vanchitam, what is impossible for you to achieve? You can achieve anything. Swatejasa Nitya Nivritta Maya. Although you are doing everything in this material world, but personally you are aloof from anything material. Guna pravaham bhagavantamimahi. So therefore, O my Lord, we are approaching you for shelter. So in this way, Narad Muni glorified Krishna in choicest words. And then he said, O my Lord, therefore I bow down to you. You are the protector of the Vrishnis and Satvatas. And in this way, after glorifying Krishna, he was so very happy because he met the Lord of his life. And then after that, Narad Muni left. Then Krishna continued to perform his pastimes with his cowherd friends in Vrindavan. One day, as Krishna was playing with his cowherd friends, they were playing the game of, the thieves and the shepherds and the sheep. There was a demon. His name was Vyomasur. He was the son of Mayadanav. He was sent by Kamsa. He came. So in this game, some acted as thieves, other acted as shepherds, other acted as sheep. And the thieves, they had to steal the shepherds, steal the sheep, and the shepherds they had to protect the sheep. So this son of Mayadanav, he appeared on the scene in the guise of a cowherd boy. And he started slowly, gradually, one by one, stealing all the cowherd boys who were in the form of sheeps. And in due course of time, only 4 or 5 boys remained. Krishna, being the supreme omniscient Lord, he understood what this demon was doing. Immediately, Lord seized this demon and he caught hold of him. Before he could take more boys, he caught hold of this demon. As soon as Krishna caught hold of this demon, Vyomasur, this demon assumed his original form and tried to free himself from the clutches of Krishna, but he could not do so. And Lord Achyuta, he clutched this Vyomasur between his arms and threw him on the ground. And demigods in heaven, when they saw this, they were so very happy. And just like a sacrificial animal is killed, Krishna, he killed this demon Vyomasur. He smashed the demon's head on the ground and he immediately killed that demon. After killing this demon, Krishna, he went and smashed the boulder which was, so what this demon was doing, he was just putting all the cowherd boys in the cave, and he had put a huge stone in front of the entry to stop the boys from coming out. So Krishna went and smashed this cave, this stone, and rescued all the boys. In this way, all the boys, they were glorifying the wonderful activities of Krishna, you know, and they returned to their homes. So this is a wonderful pastime of killing of Vyomasur and Arishtasur. And after this, the 38th chapter, it is a very, very 38 and 39th chapter, the last chapters of Krishna's pastime in Vrindavan. In this chapter, Akrura will go to Krishna's Mathura. So he'll go to Vrindavan to bring Krishna to Mathura. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes that Kamsa, he gave order to Keshi and sent Akrura to Braja. So next morning, Keshi was killed. Akrura departed from Mathura in the morning, and in the morning only Keshi was killed. In the afternoon, Narad met and praised Krishna. In the afternoon, Krishna killed Vyomasur, and then by the evening, Akrura reached Vrindavan. So that what happened in Vrindavan, what was the meditation of Akrura while he was going to Vrindavan, that is described in the 38th chapter that we'll discuss next time. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Shri Krishna Bhagwan ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. So anybody has any questions? Okay, thank you very much.
Haribol Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, I just wanted to know, whenever Krishna kills somebody, they are passing the stool or they are passing the urine. Is it something related to that? Whichever demons I've heard, today also both the demons, it was happening like that. Any reason for that, Prabhuji?
Whenever person is in intense fear, this happens.
Yes.
That is general phenomena with many of the people also in this world. It is not that just only demons they leave their body in this way. There are many people while dying they pass stool because of the intense fear. They cannot handle, they cannot tolerate the pain. That's why it happens. And also it is said, the way a person leaves the body, the way the soul leaves a particular hole of the body, you know you can understand where this soul is going to go. So many times, when people they leave, while leaving their body they pass stool, that means they have gone to a lower destinations. And that's why the sages, the mystic yogis, they endeavor to leave their soul through the Brahmarandra from top of their head so that they can go to higher destinations. So that is the understanding about how a person leaves the body. But because these demons, although they were so very sinful, they were killed by Krishna, so therefore they attained even Sayujya or Sarupya Mukti. So that is the special prerogative which Krishna gives to all the demons. Okay.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.